$30 million health facility commissioned in Eccles and more opportunities for entrepreneurs as Business Incubator launched in Region 6. Welcome to InfoHub. It's Wednesday, February 12. It's 18 days to general elections and 11 days to our Golden Jubilee Republic anniversary. Thanks for joining us. In another show of commitment by the coalition government to providing modernized and improved health services, a spanking new $30 million primary health care facility was this morning commissioned in Eccles, East Bank, Demerara, by Minister of Public Health, the Honorable Valda Lawrence.
Covering a catchment area of 6,000 residents, the health center has already begun offering a range of services, with a general medical officer, registered and assistant nurses, midwife and family medicine specialist. Residents of Eccles Ramsburg will be receiving optimum medical care. Public Health Minister Valda Lawrence said that the government's vision for a prosperous Guyana also includes providing the best of health services to its people.
The vision of the government of the Cooperative Republic of Guyana and the Ministry of Public Health is to ensure that all of us, every boy, every girl, every woman and man, live to their fullest potential. As the children sang, oil, money flow in. You can have all of that, we know, but if you don't have good health, then what's the use?
The services offered by the trained professionals include diagnosis and treatment of chronic diseases, foot care, child and adolescent health care, prenatal care, as well as voluntary counseling and testing.
Since we've been here, we have heard from you, we've heard what you've been telling us, that you have been waiting for a really long time. You would know from coming here, and you may observe as you continue to come, that it's not just your ordinary health center where you'll go and get repeated medication, right? You have the service of family doctors, and Dr. Jones ensured this, and even those who are not family doctors at this facility, they're exposed to the same level of teaching and care that the family doctors give.
Prior to the establishment of the health center, residents were accommodated at the Diamond and other neighboring health centers. For InfoHub, Alexis Rodney.
In an effort to catapult business development in the East Berbice Quarantine region, the Small Business Bureau today launched the country's first business incubator.
Shafiza Smith, owner of Shizomi King Manufacturing Enterprise, a business dedicated towards producing multi-purpose coconut products, said the business incubator's launch is timely.
This facility is a godsend for us, manufacturers, small business owners, because it's very challenging to start up a business, to maintain it and to have it grow.
As such, the businesswoman looks forward to enrolling at the center.
For my dehydrating, I would have had to do it in my oven or in my skillet, where I'm able to control the hygiene, do it in small amounts. I can do small amounts and grow. I need to do it in large amounts to be able to supply the demand that is out there for the products that I do.
Another businesswoman, Melbourne Lagadu, who produces and sells a variety of agro-processed treats, also anticipates joining the business incubator to gain more knowledge in the field of finance.
Budget on my finance and marketing. Yes, that would be able to take me a great way.
Minister of Business, the Honorable Hemraj Rajkumar, in the feature address, noted the center is designed to nurture businesses.
The environment created at this center will lend itself to the creation of a viable business that are able to stand on their own, be competitive, and of course, be successful.
Entrepreneurs will learn various skills that will help to promote the growth of their businesses. The facility will also house manufacturing equipment for small businesses to produce their products at a subsidized cost. By the end of March, the facility is expected to be fully operational. Another business incubator in Lethem is soon to open. Shaquille Bourne, for InfoHub.
Director of the Department of Energy, Dr. Mark Bino, has announced that the Greece-registered crude oil tanker, Cap Philippe, which will lift Guyana's first 1 million barrel crude entitlement, will arrive in Guyana's waters on Thursday, February 13. The country is expected to have at least 5 cargoes in 2020. The vessel will be moored to Guyana's FPSO vessel, the Lisa Destiny, on Sunday, February 16, and the crew transfer will take place on Monday, February 17 and Tuesday, February 18. Guyana's first 3 cargoes have been sold to Royal Dutch Shell plc. The Department of Energy has also indicated that it will be launching a request for proposal shortly to recruit a marketing firm on a term basis to assist the department in selling Guyana's crude entitlement. More development as saw turn for the construction of an epidemiology and entomology laboratory, as well as the headquarters of the Guyana Gold Board.
The 2 buildings will be constructed on a plot of land at Liliandal, where the Public Health Ministry's Medics Building was previously housed before it was destroyed by fire in 2014. The Epidemiology and Entomology Lab is said to be a groundbreaking project for the Ministry of Public Health, as it will enhance and expand work in this particular area. Minister of Public Health, the Honorable Valdo Lawrence.
We will be able to roll out many activities such as mosquito capture and identification, testing for the emergency of resistance to insecticides, which are currently used, and most importantly, for us to carry out our research activities. The potential for impact is significant, as this will contribute to the control and elimination of vector-borne diseases in Guyana.
Speaking on behalf of the Gold Board was General Manager Endrin Thompson, who said sharing this space with the Ministry of Public Health will allow maximized output in a modern environment. Added to this, Natural Resources Minister the Honorable Raphael Trotman noted that this move is demonstrative of the synergy between the 2 ministries.
I approached Minister Lawrence and she says, but we have that site earmarked for something else already. And over some discussion, we were able to persuade each other that there could be synergies, which I believe Pastor Haywood perfectly captured when he said the health and the wealth could be combined in this one spot. Not only will people be able to come here to be tested for malaria and other services, which I can tell you those who traverse the interior need, they can also sell and trade in gold.
The 2 facilities will provide services for miners and those persons who traverse hinterland communities constantly. Also, both buildings will provide a permanent and more conducive workspace for staff, as there is a push by government to modernize the work environment. For InfoHub, I am Kelon Rover.
Crime in Guyana is at an all-time low. To ensure it stays that way, the government has placed over 100 intelligence surveillance cameras strategically across the city as part of the Safe City system. The pilot Safe City system is a component of the $66.8 billion national broadband project. The high-tech system can perform face and license plate recognition. Several police vehicles are also equipped with cameras and radios that can be traced and accessed at any time. From the security control room, operators have access to all of the cameras across the city. What is more important is that the control room is also connected to all police stations in Georgetown, making the system more effective. The next step is implementing the Safe City system countrywide.
Guyana is receiving assistance from the European Union to ensure trading of arms is done in accordance with the international best practices, with the hosting of the Arms Trade Treaty Outreach Program Phase 2 ad hoc workshop.
The workshop is geared towards helping Guyana to fully implement the Arms Trade Treaty signed in 2013 and ratified in 2014. The treaty is the only globally binding treaty governing the transfer of arms. Minister of Public Security Kemra Tramjatan, opening the 2-day workshop, noted that Guyana is in a geopolitical space that has the highest rate of gun violence in the world.
It is important in that context that we understand the position and location we are to make sure that these seminars can be of benefit to us to help ultimately that outcome of better rates rather than these very high rates. More work done in relation to this area as to how we treat with the trade of arms and how we prevent end users that are unauthorized will help to curb that very high rate.
The Arms Trade Treaty makes provision to help countries like Guyana to be on par with international best practices. With that, Minister Ramdatan highlighted that Guyana is not an exporter but an importer of arms, some of which come illegally from neighboring countries.
We have heard of situations where some across the border with Venezuela have been selling guns for food. We have to ensure, as administrators, heads of departments within Guyana and other CARICOM countries, that we get as much expertise from the European Union, America. I call them the ABCE countries, America, Britain, Canada, European Union, and so on. And it is important that we utilize these opportunities when we have them coming and wanting to assist.
The workshop is being held under the theme Reinforcement of the National Capacities in the Management and Enforcement of International Arms Transfer, and is being hosted at the Arthur Chung Convention Center. Isaiah Broffett for InfoHub.
When the news returns, CDC begins operationalization of National Oil Spill Contingency Plan, and National Children's Matrimony Competition officially opened. Details after the break. Stay with us. The Civil Defense Commission has commenced the operationalization of the National Oil Spill Contingency Plan as part of the lead-up to Operation Tradewinds.
CDC Director General Lieutenant Colonel Kester Craig explained that the oil spill tabletop exercise is part of the National Oil Spill Contingency Plan.
Today's exercise is really one of the next step in the operationalization of our National Contingency Plan. Coming out of the exercise, we will be making further adjustments to the plan because you don't really understand some of the challenges, some of the roles of responsibility properly until you actually test it.
He told participants that the development of the National Oil Spill Contingency capabilities will be an ongoing process.
The way this exercise will be done is there are going to be several injects via emails, maybe via text messages, WhatsApp, and maybe a runner just come in and give you a message. And you will be broken up into different groups. And these groups are actually outlined in the National Oil Spill Contingency Plan.
The CDC head encouraged participants to be attentive and actively engage in the activities. For InfoHub, Stacey Carmichael.
Immediately after taking office in 2015, the coalition government significantly increased public servants' salaries by 26%. This came after many years of negligible 5% or less increases under the PPP administration. The trend continued in 2016 with a 10% increase, 9% in 2017, and 7% in 2018. In less than 5 years, the coalition government has increased the minimum wage by a whopping 77%, from $39,540 to $70,000. This represents the highest increase in minimum wage in Guyana's history. The 9% average increases for 2020 resulted in public servants doubling their take-home salary for the Christmas season and retaining more permanently on their paychecks.
The highly anticipated National Children's Matrimony Competition was officially opened today by Minister of Education, the Honorable Dr. Nicolette Henry.
Lord knows I just be inside the fence, and I love to see how people get when the DJ play a soca song.
After a series of competitions spanning approximately 2 weeks in varying categories, the Children's Matrimony Competition has now shot into the national competitions. Minister of Education, the Honorable Dr. Nicolette Henry, congratulated all the students who have made it to the national competition and encouraged them to continue to do their best, as she reminded them that the country is in the decade of development.
We are, of course, in the decade of development, and this developmental phase should certainly instill in us the need for us to take Guyana to the next level. This is a year of transformation, restoration, and socioeconomic evolution. So there is much to celebrate, and I would encourage you, as you showcase your talents, that you allow festivity to prevail, And I know the performances will be a spectacle to educate all of us here about what Republic means to us.
The sponsors for the national competition are the Ministry of Education, Guyana Bank for Trade and Industry (GBTI), and Ansa McCall. GBTI and Ansa McCall presented donations to the ministry at the opening ceremony to assist with the 3 days of activities. On Thursday, the competition will kick off with dance and masquerade competition and calypso, dramatic poetry, and jingle performances for Friday. Also for Saturday, Parade Ground and the National Park will see dozens of colorful costumes and floats as part of the exciting costume parade. Shaquille Bourne for InfoHub.
Every creed and the race, this jam us one. Every flag, the show you where they from. Everybody proud to represent.
As we prepare for Elections Day on March 2, if you haven't done so as yet, check to ensure your name is on the revised list of electors. Voting is your democratic right. That's all for today. Connect with us on all our social media platforms, including WhatsApp, Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. Much more news is on our website, dpi.gov.gy. Your bridge and weather reports are up next. Goodbye for now.